Hey, welcome to Let's Talk. I'm in a very unserious spot to talk about a very serious situation, a very serious issue. And we are so pleased to have the great Montell Jordan join us and talk about his brave story. Montell, thanks for joining the Washington Informer and Let's Talk. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I appreciate you taking the time out to spend and let's conquer this in public right now.
Well, Montell, so you got everybody tugging at the heartstrings with your revelation about the situation, your health. Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Yeah, basically last year, January of 2024, I was diagnosed with early first stage prostate cancer. Went through the journey of what I was going to do in getting that diagnosis. When you are diagnosed early with the prostate cancer, the beautiful thing is prostate cancer, when detected early, is 99% treatable. And so I had options available to me. I spent most of 2024 navigating what those options would be. And November 5th of 2024, I opted to have a radical prostatectomy surgery, which is to have the prostate completely removed. So following that surgery, my margins came back clean. Everything seemed fantastic, and I was cancer-free. 9 months post-surgery, after still going back for screenings and testings, there was a spike in my PSA levels. And from that standpoint, I went back for more testing and found that there still was some bad actors present and that I needed to have further treatment to make sure that there is no cancer in other places in my body, which was detected in my lymph node and in the prostate bed where the prostate was removed from. So basically, I've been on a journey of being a one-time survivor and now headed into my two-time survivor status. And we've been documenting this entire journey along the way with a documentary we are filming actually right now called Sustain, and looking for people to partner and come alongside of us as we're fundraising to get this film completed. It's a documentary from diagnosis to decision, all the way up through surgery, and what we're actually even doing right now with this next bout that we are in. And people can find that information at sustainthemovie.com.
Fantastic. At this point, you look fantastic. You look wonderful. You look like yourself, as we know you anyway, your fans and us journalists know you. How are you feeling, number one? But the other part of this is with the new found bad actors, as you put it. What are the doctors saying? How optimistic are you?
Yeah, great question. Let me start first by saying I feel fantastic. I feel great. My eating, my workouts, all those different things. And from the very, very first diagnosis, I never felt anything that was what I think the world depicts what cancer is supposed to look like. I think people don't fully understand what cancer actually looks like because Hollywood and films have given us what it looks like later down the line when things go undetected or when things have progressed to a certain place. And so, yes, that's very true. That's very accurate. But a lot of times early on, cancer doesn't have a face. It's very, very elusive. And it part of its, anything that's deceptive that can bring death normally doesn't look like it. When you look at a really nice looking alcohol bottle, it doesn't look like death. When you look at a cigarette, it doesn't look like death. Death doesn't look like death. And so from that standpoint, that's what cancer strives to be, but it wants to mask itself. And so for that reason, even though I look fantastic, there's something inside of me that that is nefarious and does not need to be there. And so I am going to kill it before it kills me. And that is a fact. And so from that journey, not only don't necessarily look like what someone who is navigating what cancer is. Like I said, I feel absolutely fantastic. I feel strong. I feel like I've already won the victory in this. And now I just got to go ahead and get into the battle and make sure that we do the right things and take care of this while we caught it early on. I can't remember the second part of the question that you asked me. You asked me how I was feeling, and then you
and
asked
the doctors, what are the doctors saying at this point?
Thank you. Yes, my doctors are recommending that I do not have to have any other surgery. They were able to identify through PET scan, CT scan. They were able to identify the location of where this cancer is. It's located in my left lymph node, and some almost undetectable things in the prostate bed that they want to go ahead and take care of. And so I've elected to use proton therapy, which is a treatment where a small dose of radiation is administered over a 7.5-week period, which basically amounts to about 37 sessions of going in for about an hour a day, 5 days a week, and having this dose of radiation in those specific areas to be able to kill the cancer. And we believe we'll get clean margins and a cancer-free diagnosis following that treatment. That begins at the top of October and will lead probably up through almost Thanksgiving.
Montell, I was in Rosarita Beach, Mexico, back in 1999 with a guy you might know or might have known named Damon Harris. He was the lead singer for the Temptations for a long time. And he had summoned me and a few other Black men to his hotel suite to talk about prostate cancer. He talked about the importance in the Black, as far as Black men are concerned. And of course, about 15, 16 years later, Damon was no longer with us. He was older than you at that point, and his cancer wasn't caught early, but he talked about early detection and the mistrust that the Black community in general has with medicine. Can you encourage other, especially Black men, when it comes to prostate cancer? Can you give words of encouragement as to what they should be more concerned with?
Yeah, I mean, here's what I would think. I think that there can be generalizations that are not actualizations. In other words, what I mean by that is that I know people that will go to a church and have a bad experience and say, oh, this is what church is. All churches are like that. And that's not accurate. And from the same standpoint, when it comes to medical professionals, facilities, the resources that are available to us, if there's somebody that you don't trust or something with the facility you don't like, that's not everybody. That's not every hospital. That's not every doctor. And so from that standpoint, find another practitioner, find another doctor, find somebody that you are comfortable with. And from that standpoint, I think it's important that, yeah, we can take and hide behind the stance, well, I just don't trust medicine. And you know, I don't know how many times you get a headache and you take an Advil or you take a Tylenol or something like that. You don't trust. If you don't trust that, you know, if you can't compartmentalize what you trust and what you don't trust, because cancer is here. Whether you trust your medical professional or now, whether you trust the medicine or now, it's here. And the thing is, you can't do nothing. You've got to do something. And so part of that is finding the place that you are comfortable getting vulnerable, getting transparent, and getting to a place of where something that is treatable, you have access to getting that treatment and not hide behind, well, I don't want to get a finger check. Okay, great. You don't have to have a finger check now. You can just get it done through your blood. You don't trust somebody to take your blood. I think for Black men who are 70% more likely to be diagnosed and Black men who are twice as likely to die from this, we don't have the luxury at this point to be just trustful about a system that maybe has failed us in the past. But, you know, right now it is what it is. And we got to go after every resource we have available for us to have our family legacies intact. And so I would say, if there's something you're uncomfortable with, figure out how to get comfortable with it. If you don't take care of it, it will take care of you. And that's super, super important for my brothers out there to find. Listen, if you don't like your barber, find a new barber.
Are you talking about the haircut I just got today, Montell?
No, you look good. You look good. I'm saying I like your barber. If you don't like your barber, find a new barber. If you don't like the place where you eat, find a new restaurant. If you don't like your doctor, find a new doctor. Find a place that you are comfortable with. I don't like going to the dentist, but I found a dentist that I like. And even though it's difficult and it's challenging, I trust them. And that's part of the deal, that we have to break through that place of not only mistrust of the medical profession, but of mistrust even within ourselves. And so I think that's super, super important.
And I know you got to run, Montell, but real quick, just one or two quick things. One, with the platform that you do have, the importance. Could you talk about the importance just briefly? I think it's monumentally important that a Montell Jordan is using his platform to talk about such a vital issue. How important do you feel it is for a celebrity of your caliber, or any caliber for that matter, to be so transparent about this?
Well, the first thing, Stacey, is I'm not alone in this. I've got partners now. I've got strategic partners in Zero Prostate Cancer, a company that's been around for 30 years, just like my song has been around for 30 years. We've come together to be able to do this thing together. We've taken on this initiative to blitz the barriers, which as football season has started, the blitz is where we throw everything at it. We bring everything, including the kitchen sink. And so that means we're taking action right now to get men tested, to get them screened for early detection. And so from that standpoint, what they are doing and what I am doing is we're kind of merging platforms to come together to inspire men to go and get checked for early detection. We're inspiring the women in our lives, the mothers, the aunts, the daughters, the sisters, the aunties, to get the men in their lives checked and get them out on the playing field and off the sidelines to make sure that they're doing the things they need to do to preserve their family legacy. And this is where we are. This is where my platform is. Listen, my life has been where my music has helped change people's hearts. My ministry has helped save people's souls. Our marriages have helped preserve people's family legacy. And now, along with Zero, this medical journey is allowing us to save some lives. And it's just super, super important for us to do everything we can. I think Zero has an initiative where they're trying to help save 100,000 men's lives over the next 10 years. With my platform, I'm trying to do that in the next couple of months. And I know there's dudes out there that followed me. I know there's people out there that respect what I do, what I bring to the game, that I'm honest, that I'm authentic, that I'm transparent, and I'm putting my story out there because I need my brothers to get to work and do what we need to do to get ourselves checked, to get ourselves. It ain't about you anymore. Now it's about your wife. It's about your children. It's about your legacy. It's about what you leave behind, and it's about what you're building right now. Yeah, generational wealth is fantastic, but what about that generational health? That'll preach right there. I never said that before, but you got it right here on the Washington Informer. So yeah, real talk. This is what I'm doing. We're taking my platform to partner with Zero to get this thing done with them, and also the sustainthemovie.com. That documentary is going to be almost like GPS to be able to help brothers know how to not only look at the things that I looked at, but how do you tell your wife? How do you tell your mom? How do you tell your children? How do you navigate this? What options are available to you? At least I'm giving a template so that people have an opportunity to help make better decisions for themselves. And I see someone is asking, did the doctor just find cancer, or did something make me have myself checked? I just get checked regularly. Every 6 months I get checked. And so it wasn't that I felt something. It wasn't something that made me do it. I regularly go and do it, and I didn't have to be made to do it. It's because I care about my life. And I don't think men don't care. I think that they would just rather not know in some instances. And we think that we have to wait till something goes wrong in order for something to actually be wrong. And I think that's where cancer is deceptive, and we got to make that change now.
Oh, that is awesome. I'm glad you said it all. You answered my questions right there, and somebody else asked it as well. So that is fantastic. Montell Jordan, we certainly wish you nothing but the very best. You've given us your best as far as the arts are concerned, and otherwise, and we appreciate that. And so now we are certainly giving you our best. Let folks know how they can support that documentary.
Absolutely. Sustainthemovie.com. That is how you can support it, not just by giving it a thumbs up and a like. We need you to crack open the money. Give us the money to get this thing made. I need your help. I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm performing while I have this thing. and I am doing it to help eradicate the very thing that I am battling right now. And I need people's help. I need not just sympathy and empathy and prayers. We need financial assistance for people to come alongside of us and help us get the documentary made. And you can do that by partnering with us and giving at sustainthemovie.com. There are clips there of the movie, all that stuff that we're working on right now as we're actively still filming right now. And also you can go to zerocancer.org/September. This is blue. This is officially Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. And so if you cannot help take care of us in this documentary, you can definitely go and take care of you. And Zero is going to help you do that.
That's awesome. And just folks understand too that this is not unusual to do sort of like a crowdfunding thing. Spike Lee has done it. Others have done it. But this is for a great cause. So help out. And Montell, all the best to you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for your platform. Thank you for your time. And I appreciate our time together.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining. Let's talk, everybody.
Yes, sir. God bless.